Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Matt Cromer. One of the highest enlisted members visits South Korea. Airman First Class Devin Nostein has the story.
Before we move, anyone need
The senior enlisted advisor to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff visits the Republic of Korea 3rd Infantry Division, who are charged with defending the border between North and South Korea.
There are many folks, if not all folks, who would not argue with this point that there is not a relationship or alliance between two nations so closely knitted as the U.S. and Republic of Korea.
The ROK soldiers join the sergeants major in a tour of historical sites close to the DMZ.
His visit here on the peninsula to come and check on the readiness of the ROK and U.S. forces, as well as the alliance building we're doing here, is huge because it shows the concern that he has for the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, both on the ROK and U.S. side.
After visiting with ROK soldiers, a ROK MRE is enjoyed with the soldiers in their barracks. Airman First Class Devin Nostein, Observation Post Dora, Korea.
Sergeant Major Battaglia headed back to Washington, D.C. later that week. Some paths can lead us to another, whatever they are, so we must seize that opportunity to be great. Specialist Pedro Amador takes us to the cage where our dreams are made a reality.
5 days until his professional featherweight fight, he goes through final preparation drills. Action and reaction is the name of the game.
I don't really go into a fight with the game plan whatsoever because it's hard to dictate what somebody is going to do. I can watch video of somebody and study their moves and study their reaction, but when I go inside the cage, I pretty much have tunnel vision and base my action off of whatever he does.
Having fought a few amateur fights in Hawaii, the Chicago, Illinois native was on the verge of becoming pro in the mixed martial arts world before receiving his orders to serve a tour in the Republic of Korea, where he is the head instructor for the Modern Army Combatives program at U.S. Army Garrison Yongsan. Eager to continue where he left off, he quickly found a home at Sabi Gym.
Tyrone has great stand-up game. For this upcoming fight, we have been sharpening his jiu-jitsu and ground and pound, as well as his distancing.
They prepare me so much for this fight. They push me past my comfort zone. I do the same with my soldiers when I train them for combatives.
His skill set and explosiveness in the ring landed him in the Korean Road Fighting Championship tournament. His first fight ended in a draw, but since then he bounced back and won a second fight, and now goes for a third.
When I'm in the cage, I'm fighting for me. It's man versus man, skill set versus skill set, who trained the hardest. And by me being in the military, having my word ethos, having my Army values, being a soldier, being an NCO, I believe, even though I can't train full time, nobody trains harder than me. I believe that. I need that ability not to give up. It's hard balancing both the military life and the fight life. I know the military set me straight to prepare me for what my path I'm on right now. I never have doubt in my ability. The minute I have doubt in my ability, in the fight world, you can lose. In the military, somebody could die. Everybody knows I finish fights. I fight each round like it's my last round. Once the bell rings, the person I'm fighting will feel that wrath.
And when asked his predictions for the fight,
1 round, TKO or submission.
Staying true to his promise, Tyrone Henderson defeats his opponent, Hong Young-gi, via a submission at just 4 minutes and 25 seconds of the first round.
I'm going for the belt. Be good or be great. I'm not just doing this for fun. I want to be known as one of the greatest. I want that belt around my waistline.
Specialist Pedro Amador, Seoul, Korea.
Tyrone Henderson's family was front row supporting their fighter. Creativity allows students to think beyond the limits of a curriculum. Senior Airman Robert Mason is at Camp Humphreys to explain more about a new program.
Students at Humphreys Central Elementary School are adding an extra letter to the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, or STEM Club.
STEAM came on board this year, and STEAM is the incorporation of art design into STEM. So it started out with Rhode Island School of Arts Design District, where they incorporated the arts into their program, and so it kind of evolved from then on. And now we have the arts, and as you've seen, we have the Art Design Club, managers, minions. They all work together to collaborate with teachers, students on the arts portion of STEM.
You confident in your team?
Students from the club meet during recess to make posters and bulletin boards and learn how to apply art to the rest of their subjects.
Art helps technology and math by when, like in a math problem, you have to use art in order to understand a math story.
Or a picture.
Mm-hmm. And in science, you can actually, like if you make an experiment of a DNA or something, you have to use art to like build the models, or if you want sculpture.
Their art teacher, Miss Brandy Ann Kareem, sees how the STEM program helps facilitate an active approach to learning.
They're in charge of their learning, and I think it's rewarding to me to see that whole child development. That is most important to me.
They're learning that they can be anything they want to be with STEAM. Senior Airman Robert Mason, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
STEM helps students develop leadership skills they will use as their school careers continue. Taking something simple and transforming it into a fast, functional piece of art can be challenging. Army Staff Sergeant Jacob Brayman brings us to a group of kids who did just that.
The children are anxious, as are the parents, for the big race to start. Cub Scout Pack 81 brought their fastest cars to the Daegu American School on Camp George. But these aren't your typical race cars.
When you first get the box of Pinewood Derby, it's just a block of wood.
We had like a month. We got our cars or whatever you buy them, and you had to build something out of it and you had to race it.
The speed the cars travel down the track is impressive. However, the race isn't what sticks out for one parent.
The racing is just a small portion of it. I think my favorite part is really the building of the car and that time that you can spend with the boy, helping him make their idea become reality.
You can make yours so unique, and you don't have to make it a certain way. Like you get one in the mail and then you have to obey the instructions. There isn't really an instructions.
The Pinewood Derby race is something that the Cub Scouts look forward to every year.
Next time I'll try to make like a better car so I could try to win next time, because this time I didn't.
Army Staff Sergeant Jacob Brayman, Camp George, Korea.
The first Pinewood Derby was in 1953 to allow younger kids to do something similar to a soapbox derby. Camp Stanley welcomes General Dennis Vai, the commanding general for the Army Materiel Command. He travels around the base to look at the area as he meets and greets with his commanders.
Well, this is my third visit to Korea since I've assumed command of the Army Materiel Command. And so my visit this time, as usual, is to assess the capabilities of the Materiel Command to respond to the needs here on the peninsula, to assess our personnel, determine what their requirements are, and then, of course, to talk to the commanders on the ground, understand their priorities, their concerns, and their issues, so we can ensure that we're providing the support they need to accomplish their mission.
General Vai finished up by addressing his excitement for the new rotational brigade and everything it brings to the peninsula, saying that the Army Materiel Command is ready to support any operation here and will ensure success. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, February 12th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
The U.S. and Republic of Korea alliance is one of the strongest in the world. It's thanks to the dedication of our men and women serving in Iraq that maintains this great alliance.
We want each of you to know how much we appreciate all the hard work both you and our Iraq allies do to strengthen our alliance every day.
We continue to work hard together as we move forward.
Keeping the alliance strong keeps you ready to fight tonight.
같이 갑시다!